Hey Ben, thank you so much for meeting with me today. I know you're the supply chain manager at Blue Lightning, so your time is definitely valuable. I'm Michael. I'm an account specialist with Fastenal. We've connected a bit on LinkedIn, and I've got heads up from our local GM who mentioned you occasionally to get quotes and items from us.
Yeah, thanks, Michael, for the call. Yeah, you're right. Our local contact, Tommy, he's great for those last minute emergency items we run into. But yeah,
Perfect. To make the most out of your time, I just had a few simple goals today. I wanted to better understand the core challenges in your supply chain right now and what is most important to you for keeping operations running. If it sounds like we can really help in any way, my goal is to just schedule a brief follow-up to show exactly how. Does that sound like a fair use of your time?
absolutely, that does sound fair. I mean, we're always looking for ways to improve. So yeah,
Great. Well, let's start with your world. I saw on your website the focus on premier service and especially on time deliveries. To help me get context, could you walk me through your day to day and how you're currently managing those indirect materials like the tools, consumables, that your employees really rely on?
yeah. I mean, we use a lot of aluminum and stainless steel for our fixtures, so we're trying to manage raw material flow. It's key for us. For the indirect stuff like our drill bits, cutting tools, and our PPE, we're mostly dealing with around, I want to say, half a dozen different suppliers. It's mostly reactive, but someone from my team typically places an order when a department flags an item as low.
All right, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Really sounds like a significant job managing the flow, the core materials, handling all those indirect items reactively. Just out of curiosity, what's the biggest internal goal or priority for you guys over the next like 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, for sure. For me, I think our biggest goal is probably dealing with cost control and efficiency. We've had a few bottlenecks on the assembly line due to material delays and the time my team spends on sourcing and tracking orders is just getting out of hand. We kind of need more reliable and less time-intensive processes, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can certainly understand the pressure to drive efficiency right now. Given that, when you think about your current system for getting tools, equipment, all those products, what is currently the most frustrating part of the process? What do you think really chews up the most time?
It's really the sheer number of vendors, to be quite frank. We have to open up a new PO, deal with different invoicing, and manage delivery schedules for items that, frankly, we should just have on hand. It's kind of the administrative drag of managing all these spot orders.
Okay, the administered drag spot orders, that's a really clear way to put it. Could you give me an example of how that issue has recently impacted your operations or threatened one of those key on-time deliveries that you were mentioning?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just around 2 weeks ago, we kind of ran out of a specific drill bit. We rely on machinists flagging it. We didn't catch it even in time. So we had to halt production on one line for, I want to say, around 4 hours while we waited for an emergency delivery, which cost us about 5,000 in lost production and honestly hurt our delivery promise to a very key client of ours.
Wow. 4 hour line stoppage over a single drill bit. That really shows real cost of that administrative drag. Aside from production tools, are there any other areas that are related to safety gear or the PPE, where managing inventory causes similar problems to that?
Yeah, it can be. I mean, safety is very important to us, obviously. We try to keep stock, but getting employees to check things out correctly is a challenge. And, sometimes things just disappear or break. The HS manager is always pushing for better compliance, and sometimes those emergency orders are just me scrambling to make sure we're covered.
Okay, thank you for sharing all that. Gives me a really clear picture. Truly sounds like you need to solve for supply consistency while eliminating manual administration work on these high frequency, low value items. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, I'd really say that sums about my biggest headaches.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need to hear. Now to make sure I tailor a solution that can actually move forward, could you walk me through who's typically involved in making the financial decision when it comes to changing a major supplier or adding a new system to manage inventory?
Yeah, absolutely. It really starts with me. I kind of do the initial vetting and feasibility study. But the final say and approval on any major contract has to go through my GM. And sometimes the finance director, if it is a big capital expense, I'd have to bring them in. And once I have a solid recommendation, we'd make a decision from there.
Okay, understood. Once you have the GM on board, what's the next step look like? Are you typically running a trial period or internal program before signing anything long term?
Yeah, so yeah, my GM would love to or would want a 30-day trial or pilot program to see if, that solution really works for us and delivers the cost savings we expect before signing anything long term.
Perfect. This has really been extremely helpful, Ben. Based on the administrative time drain and those costly production halts, I'm definitely confident Fastenal has the solutions that could significantly streamline your process. Um, For my next step, it would be to put together a brief proposal showing you exactly how our on-site inventory management systems could address those two issues that you have. I was wondering if you'd be open to a quick follow-up meeting, maybe next Tuesday or Wednesday, just 20 minutes short, just to review that proposed solution.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Tuesday I should be available. Send the invite. I'll keep an eye out for it. But yeah, I'm definitely ready to look at anything that saves us money and time. Appreciate it, Michael.
Perfect. I'll send that calendar invite right away. Thanks again for your time, Ben. I look forward to connecting next week.
Perfect. Thank you.
Have a good one.